Welcome back to Shrinked by Quint, the podcast where I take big psychotherapeutic ideas and shrink them down to something you can use right now. If you've ever been ghosted on a dating app, you'll know it's not just disappointing, it's strangely hard to stop thinking about. You might only have spoken for a few days, or maybe weeks, but long after their profile vanishes, they're still taking up space in your head. That's not just heartache. It's a well-documented psychological phenomenon. So, in the 1920s, psychologist Bluma Zeigarnik was sitting in a cafe in Vienna when she noticed something peculiar about the waiters. They could recall every detail of an unpaid order down to the exact garnish. But once the bill was settled, the details evaporated. She studied this effect and discovered something important. Our minds remember unfinished tasks far more vividly than completed ones. It's called the Zeigarnik effect. So when you apply that Zeigarnik effect to online dating over 100 years later, the connection is obvious. Ghosting is the ultimate unfinished task. You match, you swap flirty messages, maybe even meet for a drink, then silence. No explanation, no ending, just a thread left hanging. And your brain hates hanging threads. So it loops. Why did they disappear? Was it something I said? Were they even the person they claimed to be? Could this still be salvaged? And dating apps make it worse. The instant intimacy of constant messaging creates a feeling of closeness that can feel disproportionate to the time you've known them. The disconnection then feels abrupt, almost like a door slammed mid-sentence, and the mystery fuels the loop. Psychologist David Kahneman once said, "Nothing in life is as important as you think it is while you're thinking about it." Ghosting traps you in exactly that state. The more you revisit it, the more important it feels. The brain mistakes repetition for significance. So I once worked with a client, we'll call her Layla, who'd been speaking to someone on a dating app for just over 2 months. Every night they'd message until one of them fell asleep, sharing playlists, swapping family stories, talking about meeting in person. Then, mid-message, his replies stopped. She checked the app. His profile was gone. No sign, no reason. She came to me saying, "It's absurd. We never even met, so why do I feel like I've been abandoned by someone I loved?" We dug deeper and found it wasn't the loss of him that was hurting her. It was the loss of completion. The Zeigarnik effect had her mind working overtime to finish the story. She couldn't stop running the why scenario through her head because cognitively it was still an open case file. So breaking the loop. Soren Kierkegaard put it perfectly. Life can only be understood backwards, but it must be lived forwards. The task after ghosting is to create your own ending so you can live forwards. That doesn't mean guessing their motives, it means deciding on a truth you can live with. Something as simple as, they weren't able to give me what I need, and that's the end of this chapter. In therapy, I often suggest a letter writing exercise. You simply write the ending to the story yourself, as though you were tying the final knot. You don't send it. The act isn't for them, it's for you. It signals to your mind that the tab can finally be closed. When clients do this, they often notice the mental intrusions drop. The loop starts to slow. The ghost becomes, at last, just a ghost, just a memory, filed away where it belongs. If you've been ghosted on a dating app, remember, what's keeping you stuck isn't necessarily the person. It's your brain's need to finish the story. You can't make them hand you an ending, but you can write your own. And when you do, the Zeigarnik effect starts working in your favor. It lets the memory fade, and life can finally move forward.